Hey everybody, so I logged onto Twitter today and I saw this interesting post that was from Facebook that was apparently from Frank O'Connor, Franchise Development Director over at 343. And it's quite a long post, honestly, talking about Halo Infinite, the criticism that the game has had, how it hasn't been ignored, and that silence does not and has never meant obliviousness. The best thing I can do is read you the exact post and then I'll talk about it a little bit. I just want to add in that I actually verified that it was him, it was Frank O'Connor. I checked out the account, he does indeed work at 343, and he has Unishek as a mutual friend. So let's get into it. So the post reads, "I'll regret this, I'm sure, but myself and folks working on appropriate or relevant parts of the game and extended franchise read all valid criticism, even unconstructive criticism, complaints, and critiques. If there's actionable, valid concerns in there, and they're not just, I hate this, then we'll read those too. I will say if you have a complaint about something that you actually want or think could be improved or might be addressed, it's certainly more efficient to not swaddle it in angry rhetoric, but it won't be ignored, unless it's incoherent or doesn't have any points/issues in it. I'm not a game designer or an engineer, so when I see complaints about balance, weapons, netcode, bugs, etc. that are aimed at me, my responsibility is to make sure, if it's constructive, detailed, or clear, even if it's loaded with swears and frustration, to make sure that the thing has at least been noted and seen by the right people. And invariably, it has. It's frustrating for players when it seems like nobody is paying attention, let alone responding, but that's never true. We can't respond to everything, and pushing off often competing suggestions or complaints without actually addressing or meaningfully updating information is worse than silence. But silence does not and has never meant obliviousness. And designers, artists, producers, etc. are seeing this stuff and are usually working on some aspect of it, and working hard. End result, cadence, timing, and delivery may never live up to the ideal, but the community and audience is never being ignored. All folks working to make the game and universe are doing so with all their hearts, effort, and passion, and they are listening, always. But yeah, if you want your points heard, just be clear, concise, give examples, by all means be polite, I'd prefer that. Most people looking for feedback on something they want to improve would, obviously, but if you're angry, hate something, and want to vent and don't want to be constructive, well, go for it. We all do that somewhere and about something. Just try not to attack each other for not agreeing with each other and try to be nice. Meanwhile, we'll try to filter that and keep working to make things better, always. So quite a lengthy post, and just on a Facebook page related to Halo. And we know that 343 is listening to us and listening to our feedback. Unfortunately, a lot of that feedback, it's going to take a long time before it's actually implemented into the game. And that's the main problem people have. The lack of content, some creative decisions regarding the game, the whole monetization, battle pass, the swap from the old Halo games to a free-to-play live service game, the whole live service without the service, the lack of social features. Veteran developers who worked at Bungie and know that playing with friends and making the game as fun as possible is paramount in Halo's core identity. It seems like when one thing is done correctly, a whole bunch of stuff is done incorrectly. A good example of this is Halo 4. The campaign was pretty well liked, but the introduction of loadouts and lack of competitiveness meant that the population died very, very quickly. Fast forward to Halo 5, this time they got the campaign wrong, but the multiplayer was extremely competitive. So it's a complete 180. Now with Halo Infinite, the campaign is returned to form, and the gameplay is really well liked in the multiplayer. Unfortunately now, there's no content. I truly hope that once 343 fixes the technical debt and all the issues and all the shortcuts they took to get the game out the door last Christmas is resolved, we start to get some consistent new content. If Halo MCC is anything to go by, in 2 to 3 years, Halo Infinite will be an absolutely phenomenal game. What I want to see is the whole Halo community having fun, so for Halo's sake, I hope 343 can deliver. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think of Frank O'Connor's comments down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.